This is Denise Hansard, and I'm your life architect and intuitive. Today, I want to finish up the series on the 12 universal laws. So we've got the last ones to go through. So let's dive in. First, we have the law of polarity. This law basically says that everything in life has an opposite: good, evil, love, fear, hot, cold. And the key to this is understanding that these are all just two sides of the same coin. I'm going to repeat that there are two sides of the same coin. And what that really means is you need one to kind of complete the other. So how do you apply this in your life? Think about it like this. All contrast brings more clarity. So if you're facing a difficult situation, say like you're applying for a new position and you keep getting rejected. I know that hurts. And trust me, I'm not dismissing it. But what you want to do is to tune in to what the opposite of that is, which is looking for and finding all the times that you were successful, you were accepted. And don't just stop with the professional items. Look at where you've had personal success, because this is a new way of seeing things. And this can reveal a new perspective or even a lesson in your life. You see, what tends to happen to us is when bad things happen, we dwell in the feelings of the bad things, anticipating that more bad things are going to happen. When's the next shoe going to fall? Because nothing good is ever going to come. And I'm going to say, go back and listen to the other laws, like the law of cause and effect, the law of vibration, and of course, the more popular one, the law of attraction. Because when you're able to see that having something that you consider bad happen to you, and you can shift that mindset from thinking only bad things are going to happen in your life to seeing the other side of the coin, all good things that happen to you, you're going to change that perspective. And it balances out because there are two sides to it. And eventually you're going to get that win. You're going to have that success. Just remember, two sides to the same coin. Don't dwell on just one side. Move to the other side. Okay? Law of rhythm. And now, guys, we know that cycles, they're a natural part of the universe. I mean, think about the seasons, okay? Spring, summer, fall, winter. They change just as naturally as it does every night from nighttime to morning. And the beauty of this is that we don't question this at all, that the seasons or any cycle are going to take place. They just are. And even in our own lives, it's about remembering that integration of change is just as important as the change and the growth that happens to us. Most of us sometimes expect ourselves to just be one way all the time. Doesn't matter what we're thinking about. It could be about our beliefs, about our career, about our productivity, our love life, our health. It does not matter. And thinking that we're never going to change is not sustainable. Okay, because we as humans are meant to change and grow. I mean, we don't have the same mentality or sense of self as we did when we were 8 years old. We've grown, we've learned, our minds have expanded, our bodies have expanded. Not necessarily how we want it, but they have, okay? So it's that process of the cycle of growth and change for us, because when we bucket or go against our own natural rhythm to change and grow, we get stuck. Yeah, and we feel this almost in everything in our life, of feeling stuck, not having clarity. So how do you apply this? Well, you got to look at yourself and you got to take note of your own inner rhythms and try to work with them instead of fighting against them. For example, are you feeling run down? Maybe it's better to give yourself some rest instead of powering through, which I know a lot of times the high achievers among us, me also, want to do that. I mean, taking naps, not a bad thing, or even walking away from the intensity of a project when you're exhausted, tired, or depleted, that's not bad. You want to notice your own rhythms, your patterns, and you want to work with them, because that's going to allow you to be more productive. And it's also going to allow you to be more abundant in all areas of your life, your health, your love, career, even money. All right. Now you've got the last one, which is an interesting one that if you've ever heard me speak before, I've talked about it a lot in my coaching career, if not all my life. And this is the law of gender. All right. Now, I'm not talking about male, feminine gender. I'm talking about the energy of masculine and feminine energy, which exists in everything, in nature, in ourselves, in the universe. Okay. For example, much of our society has historically operated from a more masculine energy, hustle and do mentality, just push through and make it happen. Okay, that really doesn't leave a lot of room for the more feminine energy of just to be, which the feminine energy is more of allowing, coming from compassion, from the heart, intuition, and trust. And as you can see, that has nothing to do with male and female genders. It has to do with the energy of what's exhibited within that. So how do you apply this in your life? All right, guys, you got to go deep on this one into your own inner self, your DNA makeup of who you really are. I mean, you want to look deep and recognize, notice, how do you participate in your life when you're just being you, when you're living that aligned life? I mean, do you feel good about pushing through it all, or does it leave you exhausted? Do you find being competitive is a natural state of being for you? Or would working more collaboratively as a team leave you feeling more energized? This is where you have to dive deep. You got to look inside yourself to achieve your own balance between the two energies, that divine masculine and divine feminine energy, in order to be more real, to live more authentically, to just be you and not how you think you're supposed to be, as you might be comparing yourself to a norm that's really not yours. So that's it. There you have it, the 12 universal laws. And don't get overwhelmed. Don't think, oh my God, I've got to go back and listen to all of these and start integrating these into my life. Because honestly, guys, it's about understanding them, studying them, conceptualizing them in a way that will make sense to you. You don't have to think about it and just decide, oh my God, I got to go do this. You just want to look at the concept, keep it in the back of your mind, and then see how you can apply it in your day-to-day life. Because here's the reality. Once you know something like these laws, you can't unknow them. You can choose to not think about them. You can choose to ignore them, or put each and every one of them into your life and begin to change and grow. Because now that you've been introduced to these laws, chances are they're going to come up again and again in your life, and the laws are universal. So if you'd like to look at how you can work with these laws in your life, email me, Denise at denisehansard.com. We can set up a time to chat. Thank you for joining me in this conversation of universal laws. I love that you have watched them and viewed them. Again, reach out if you'd like to chat on how we can look at putting them more into your own life. Please like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on practically anything, guys. Especially subscribe here on YouTube. Have a great day, and here's to living universal laws.